Hey, what's up everyone? John here and welcome back to Let's Talk Resident Evil. Today we're going to talk about some new information on Village pre-showcase that did come out in an exclusive video that Game Informer put out on not only the hunting and gathering of Resident Evil Village, very similar to Resident Evil 4, but also with the upgrade system. And before we get into the upgrade system, we're going to cover the Animal Hunter gathering system. This is pretty interesting. Resident Evil 4 did do this before with the fish and the chicken and the eggs, and you didn't get the meat per se, but you did get the eggs from the chickens. You could shoot fish and then consume them for health, increases, not for permanent stat fixtures, which is what Village is doing this time around. So in the video that Game Informer provided the internet, you can hunt a few different animal types. There are goats, there are chickens, there are pigs, and there are fish, and you can shoot them. And the Duke's Kitchen is the fourth installment of the Duke's little emporium. The Duke's Kitchen gives Ethan the ability to basically get permanent health upgrades, permanent defense upgrades, probably, maybe faster reloads. We don't really know for sure yet all the full extent of what it's going to be available there. However, the one thing that we did get to see was a chicken recipe that increases his blocking damage resistance. So when he blocks and he gets hit, he still takes damage, but it reduces the amount of damage he takes from that permanently. So the Duke's Kitchen looks to be like a little checklist that allows you to cook these different recipes, consume them, and get permanent increases in Ethan's stamina, strength, fortitude maybe. I'm not so sure about that yet, but it looks pretty cool. This kind of reminds me of the yellow herbs in Resident Evil 4, when you could use those to increase your health permanently. I'm guessing this cooking recipe is going to be how you increase your fortitude, or your health for those people who know it as health, or your HP for any RPG players. But I'm interested to see what else there's going to be. Now, is there going to be multiple layers of defense? Are you going to be able to increase your damage reduction on blocking multiple times? How does the upgrade path look? How fast can you get these things? How, do animals respawn? I think that's a big one too. Do animals respawn? Because if there's a fixed amount of animals in the game, will you have enough to unlock everything, or is this something that we may see carried over into New Game Plus? That's my question. But that's all for the animals for the most part. You do hold their resources in your inventory, so they are taking up inventory slots. I did see some people on the internet, on Twitter and stuff like that, kind of talking about how they were a little upset that they were taking up inventory slots. I think it's perfectly reasonable. You're picking shit up, make it take up spot. I think that's pretty reasonable. But that's just my take on it. And then there's going to be weapon customizing, which Anthony's going to go over right now.
In a constant continuation of pronunciation police, Resident Evil Village is crowned king. Because in this video, it's not Lay, it's Lee. Like Stan Lee. Well, guess what? It's still Lay in our head. So until we get a proper pronunciation of this, Lee, Lay, the currency, okay? Whatever you want to put in the comments, you can leave those comments right now, okay? But this guy says Lee in this video, okay? So we know that this currency is going to be used for purchasing items through the Duke. And at this point, we know we get the Duke's Purse, which confirms the return of treasures. Did you miss those treasures? Resident Evil 6? Did you miss those treasures in Resident Evil 7? Well, guess what? They're back. Yes. So the shop in general, what we saw more of this time around, promises more of the upgrading through the Duke than we've ever seen before. If you count both merchants from Resident Evil 4 and 5 in the shop, this definitely looks like it's completely restructured, and it is better. It does look like a better shop. It looks more intricate, and we do like that here at Let's Talk Resident Evil, because that's something that myself and John both wanted to see out of the upgrading system, the whole restructure of that, and how they're going to be doing the merchant/Duke in this. So that's a big thing. So in this, there is an option within the Duke to get more item slots. We talked about this a little bit in the past videos when we were talking about weapons and stuff like that, and them having the offer to upgrading your weapon case. But so far, we only know that there is an option to upgrade a couple slots at a time from what we see here in the video that you're seeing right now. I'm sure there may be bigger upgrades you can make to your weapon case, because it does literally look like a weapon case when you're looking at the outline of the inventory system. A couple different things that we picked up on was the purchase of ammo recipes and how you can craft ammo now. So crafting ammo such as handguns and shotgun rounds can also be made. We did see a pipe bomb recipe, a mine recipe, which we haven't seen mine since Resident Evil 5. And the big thing here is this upgrade system is definitely more intricate because you have the option to make your own ammo and stuff like that. But the upgrades as far as firepower, accuracy, aiming, stuff like that, all of that looks the same. So they did keep the standard upgrades that we know and love from the past Resident Evils that offered the upgrade system. The big thing here is that you're having a shift in the cycle between Resident Evil 7 and this game. Resident Evil 7 didn't really have a full upgrade system. It just had very bare bones, very scaled back, scaled down weapons, and there wasn't much to go on because it was a scaled down game, just being in the Baker house. Village is on a much larger scale, so of course with that, and this being a little bit more action-packed, they did have to offer more options for weapons and upgrades. So, big fan of this here at Let's Talk Resident Evil. We're really happy to see where that's going to go. And of course, you have the weapon parts as well, which we can see that are added onto the Lemmy here in this little demo. But of course, that leads to better upgraded weapons, which I'm sure will take down enemies a lot better. So, there's going to be a lot of replay value already just from the upgrades alone. It seems like it's really jam-packed, and we're really excited to see what else comes from the Duke as we progress through Resident Evil Village. And that's it with this video covering all the weapon upgrades up until this point. Of course, we have the showcase later tonight, so we'll be able to see if there's any more information on the Duke himself or weapon upgrades. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe down below for more Let's Talk Resident Evil content. Catch you guys next time.